Airport staff stop tomb guard escorting fallen soldier. What happens next will move you. Before we dive in this story, hit the comments and tell us your city or country. Let's see how far this story reaches. If you like the video, please subscribe. He wore the crisp, sacred uniform of a tomb guard, silent, solemn, and precise. His duty? To escort the flag-draped coffin of a fallen brother back home. But as he approached the gate, airline staff blocked his path. "You can't board like that," they said. The words stung like betrayal. They didn't know who he was. They didn't see the soldier in his silence, the weight he carried, or the honor in his stride. What happened in the next 10 minutes turned an entire airport into a place of reflection and changed every witness forever. Watch until the end. Staff Sergeant Elijah Rowe had trained for years to become a tomb guard, an elite soldier of the UO, 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, known for guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington. Precision, silence, honor. That was the code he lived by. He never broke formation. They never showed emotion. Today, though, his mission wasn't ceremonial. It was personal. He had been assigned to escort the remains of Private Marcus Lee, a 20-year-old soldier who never made it home from his first deployment. Elijah didn't know him, but he didn't need to. The duty was sacred. When he arrived at the airport, every step he took echoed the weight of sacrifice. Dressed in full uniform with medals pinned to his chest and white gloves perfectly creased, he carried Marcus's folded flag under his arm. But just as he approached the boarding gate, something unexpected happened. 2 airline staff members stepped in front of him. "I'm sorry, sir," one said, eyeing his uniform. "You're not allowed to board in that. It's not standard protocol." Elijah blinked. He had traveled like this dozens of times before. Escorting the fallen required visibility, not invisibility. "I'm escorting a soldier," he said quietly. Still, they hesitated. "We understand, but passengers have complained before. We're just following appearance guidelines." Behind him, other travelers watched. Some stared. Others glanced away, unsure. The silence was thick. Elijah didn't raise his voice. Tomb guards never did. But his eyes, sharp and filled with a grief he didn't name, held steady. Then a man nearby stood up. "He's escorting a hero," a woman followed. "My brother came home like that. Let him through." Within moments, the gate area had shifted. Passengers rose to their feet. One began to clap, then another. It wasn't a chant or a cheer, it was reverence. The airline manager rushed over, now understanding what was unfolding. She motioned for the staff to step aside, but Elijah didn't move yet. He turned, looked at the flag in his arms, then nodded once. He walked down the jet bridge in silence as the crowd stood. Not for him, but for the one who couldn't walk anymore. As Elijah boarded the plane, the captain came out of the cockpit. He saluted. Word had already reached the crew. The pilot announced takeoff. "Today we fly with a hero, escorted by one of America's finest." The cabin went quiet. Elijah sat beside the flag-covered case, unmoving, eyes forward. Mid-flight, a young boy tapped his arm. "Is he your friend?" he asked softly. Elijah looked at the folded flag. "He was a soldier." The boy nodded, then sat back, holding his mother's hand tighter. For once, the cabin didn't need in-flight entertainment. The presence of sacrifice was enough. When they landed, every passenger stayed seated until Elijah exited. No one rushed, no one spoke. The moment had become sacred. Later, the airline issued a public apology and changed its internal policies on military escorts. Elijah didn't ask for that. He didn't need attention or praise. His duty was to the dead. But what happened that day reminded hundreds of people, many for the first time, of the cost of silence, the weight of service, and the meaning behind a folded flag. Because sometimes we forget who walks among us, not celebrities, not influencers, but silent men and women carrying our nation's deepest wounds, and sometimes all it takes to honor them is to step aside. If you enjoyed this story and thought it provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.